welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Dior foundation comparison video. I have 5 different formulas. Dior foundation formulas typically they're just a home run for me. I love almost all the ones that I try. I mean, some I like more than others, but as a brand, I find that their complexion products work very, very well for me. So I thought that I would give a comparison review. I don't have all of their formulas, but I have most of them. And most of the key ones, I think. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of give you my thoughts on each. All right, let's first start with the one that I did a review on recently, and many of you were so helpful in trying to give me tips on to how to use it because I really was having a difficult time using it. It's the Dior Air Flash Foundation. And so I thank you for all those tips and recommendations. I still don't like it. Well, let me stop. It's not that I don't like it, it doesn't look great on my skin. And I have tried beauty blenders, buffing brushes, kabuki brushes, my artist brush. I have tried singing to it and hugging it tight. I mean, nothing works. It just doesn't look good on my skin. It looks cakey. And I know how much to put on. I have tried barely any on my skin and really tried to sheer it out. I've tried more to give full coverage. Nothing. It looks cakey, it looks makeup-y, pulls on dry patches, my skin gets too oily when wearing it. So, I don't know. But that being said, almost everyone that left a comment loved this foundation. So my review is one of those just freak things. Everyone has that product, I know you guys do, that everybody loves and your skin hates, right? Where it's like, for me, that skincare product is P50, the P50 Acid Toner. It was like a nightmare on my skin. I broke out over and over and over again, and I went through a whole half bottle before I was like, get this stuff out of my house. And so makeup-wise, it's the Dior Air Flash for me. It's just not a great foundation for me. However, so many people do love it, so if you are interested in trying it, don't use my review as a reason not to purchase it. So I know that sounds funny, like, just ignore me. But my experience with it, I believe, is a one-off. And so I would hate for any of you to miss out on this foundation because maybe you're like, oh, well, you know, most of Mary's foundation recommendations have worked for me, so maybe I won't go with the Dior Air Flash. Test it out in store because I have a feeling that it could work on many people because all those people can't be wrong. It just was not a fit for me. I had in the shade also 100. All right, the newer Dior foundation that I tried recently was the Youth Skincare Perfect Complexion Creator with Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50. We talked about this. I bought the refill instead of the full compact. I didn't realize that when I bought it, and then it came in the mail, and I was like, why do I need the compact and spend that much more money? Whatever. So I stuck with the refill. It's like a cushion foundation. I bought it in the shade 10, which is I typically go for the lightest Dior shade. And this is very, very sheer, no makeup. So more than, like, let's say, like a tinted sunscreen, it's definitely going to help even out the skin. It's just going to take down some redness. It's not going to cover any imperfections, dark spots, acne scars, or that sort of thing. So this is more of like a weekend makeup. You just need to put something on. Maybe you're going out and about to a park, or you're going to an outdoor event, and maybe you're going to the beach, and you just want a little bit of foundation. That's what this is. You can build it up to like close to a medium, but it's not going to give you more than that. But I really enjoy this for a very fresh face, no makeup look. When I just want to throw something on and then some lip gloss and I'm out the door and I don't even want to do anything else, this is a great foundation for that. All right, then we're moving on to the last 3 I love. I'm obsessed with these 3. These 2 I like. I mean, the Air Flash is like my least favorite. This one I really enjoy, but I love coverage. And I love my skin to have a lot of coverage from foundation. I don't know, I just do. Not that it needs it, but I enjoy a medium coverage foundation. Next is the Dior Nude Air. So this is those serum type of foundations, and I have in the shade 010, so 10. And it's the only serum type foundation that has really worked well for me. Well, a few have come out in the past few months that I've tried and enjoyed, but like the YSL Fusion ink, no. The Armani Maestro, no. None of those work. This really works well for me. However, I need to use it with a brush, specifically a buffing brush. No beauty blender because it's a liquid. It has like a pipette here, and it's liquid, so the beauty blender will soak it all up. It gives me a very velvety, radiant finish. So not velvety matte, it's more of a velvet finish with a slight glow. And it's absolutely beautiful. I love it in the winter, I love it in the summer. In the summer, it gets a little more shiny, obviously, because it's a radiant foundation. But like I said, it's like a nude, healthy glow. That's what I really find it to be. In the summer, I will get shiny through my T-zone. In the wintertime, it really is beautiful. You do need to start with just a little bit and then build it up because it can pull on dry patches. That's the only downside. And so it can, if you have drier skin, I do think it would work for you, but you need to make sure your skin is properly hydrated and moisturized. Next, we've got the Dior Forever Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect with Sunscreen. Dior. I mean, cut it with the names. Like, can we just call this like the Dior Perfect Makeup? How about that? So I have it in this shade, again, 010 or 10. This is probably my favorite foundation out of all the formulas. This is a medium coverage, long wearing, quite matte, not a very dry matte, but a very natural matte finish. It lasts all day long. This is the foundation I pull out when I need my makeup to last all day. It needs to be perfect. It needs to be, you know, I want a good amount of coverage and I want it to stay quite matte. So my skin stays matte. I mean, it gets a little bit of a healthy shine, not oily and not shiny. It's like a healthy shine, you know, will come throughout the day, but nothing I ever really need to blot. This was the foundation I brought with me this past summer on my road trip. I thought it was fantastic for the heat, the humidity. This and the Lancome Tenti Doll are my two favorite foundations for the heat and humidity. When I want coverage, I know that sounds funny, like why would you want coverage in the heat and humidity? Like wearing like makeup doesn't bother me in the heat and humidity, and sometimes I don't want a super lightweight foundation because I have a hard time finding a super lightweight foundation that's very matte. So both of those are beautiful on the skin and last all day and are nice and matte. The Lancome Tenti Doll is more matte though. So if you wanted to compare the two, it is definitely more matte than the Dior. The last one is the Dior Skin Nude Skin Glowing Makeup with Sunscreen. This is my newest foundation I just added to the collection. I was debating between this and the Star foundation, which I heard was very glowy. It had like almost a shimmery, glowy effect to the skin. I went with this one, which is supposed to kind of mimic real skin, and it's called Nude. It's supposed to look like your skin, just a little bit better. And it's stunning. It is magnificent. There are not enough words, like fantastic, fabulous, wonderful words that I can use to describe this foundation. In fact, when I first tried it, I put it on, it made my skin look just even, fresh, healthy, radiant, not shiny, but like that fresh, radiant glow. More of closer to like I've just had a facial glow rather than like a glow powder glow. And it has a little less coverage than the Dior Forever, I find. But what really surprised me was like 8 or 10 hours later, I looked in this mirror and first of all, I couldn't even see it on my skin. It was undetectable. And it looked as if I had just applied it. I had no idea. Like, it stayed looking so perfect after 8 to 10 hours. So I was like, that must be a fluke. Let's try it again the next day. I'm so skeptical. I'm such a, cynical that way. I'm kind of like, well, that must have been a fluke. The foundation's clearly going to let me down the next day. It didn't. And every day that I've used it since, it works. It lasts all day. My skin tends to look a little bit like a healthy shine throughout the day, but it's more like an even healthy shine. It doesn't get shiny through my T-zone. Any type of oil production that comes through kind of everywhere, and I cannot stop using it. I talked about it in my recent favorites video. I highly, highly recommend trying this out. And Also, another great thing about this is it's in the shade 010. All of the formulas that I purchase in the same shade, all are almost a tad too dark and pinky orange. And they work for me, and they don't oxidize, but I would prefer just a hint lighter. And this one is perfect. This one goes quite light, not too light, but if you are very fair and you find that Dior foundations don't work for you, this is the one you get. So hope that was helpful, and I would love to know what your thoughts are on any of the Dior foundations. I'm sure many of you will leave me comments about the Air Flash, like, I really love it. And so I encourage you to read the comments if people are commenting about the Air Flash, and don't let my review deter you from possibly trying it, because, you know, like I said, it's one of those like freak things. It doesn't work for me, that works for everybody else. So I still would really like to encourage you to try it if you haven't. And I'll link all of them below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.